Hello everyone, I am Akash and you are watching NetCell Programming. So, in the last tutorial we have discussed about the string method, how to use string function, string method with our program with variables. We have discussed a lot of string methods and you can search them with the Google's help also. But in this tutorial we are going to discuss about the numbers. We are going to use some methods with the numbers. We have learned about the string. We are going to learn about the numbers and the methods which will be helpful for our program. So right now I'm going to type a single program, print 5. Right now I'm going to print 5 in our output. Just play. Oh, you can see that our output is printed successfully. 5 is printed in our output. So it was all a simple program. After this I will tell you some advanced thing. Right now I'm going to do some more advanced. I'm using 5.222 which is a decimal value. So just going to play this and you can see in the output that 5.222 which is decimal value which is also get printed. You can do some real crazy stuff here. We will add 5, we will add the minus before 5 and you will see that we can also print the negative value in our output. So just run this program. Oh, you can see minus 5.2 is also get printed. So this is all just easy stuff. We can use these as easy stuff with the print statement. After this I'm going to use some arithmetical programs in the print statement. So just 5 plus 10, you can see in the output 15 has been returned in the output. So I have done the addition in the print statement. After this I can do actually into statement. I will use subtract also. I can use divide also. Right now I'm going to use divide function and I will play this and you can see 0.5 has successfully printed, means in the print function all the arithmetical programs are working successfully. One more arithmetical program is left which is mod. So this percent sign is mod here. I'm going to update the values. Now 50 mod 15, it means mod will give us remainder, not result, but it will give us remainder. If 50 is divided by 15, then we will get the remainder which is 5. So just play this and you will see in the output. Okay, I'm going to run this and you will see. You can see that output is 5 which is the remainder of this program. Okay, so we have done this cool, crazy and easy stuff in our program. So now I'm going to clear this mod function, going to use a variable which is num. I will store some value inside the num variable and then I will run the program. So num is now holding the value which is 5. Now I will print num and now you can see that num is holding 5, means output is, yes, obviously it is 5, you can see. Okay, we have done the basic thing till now, but after this we are going to use some methods. We are here to working with numbers, so we will use some advanced methods here. So I will put a POW which is power before this num. I will clear this num variable. We don't need of this variable right now. So in the power function, which is very useful in a Python program, which is used to get the power of any number. Just like I'm giving the two arguments in the power 6 and 2. Right now it will return me 36 because it worked like this. You can see 6 power of 2. Okay, means it will 6 into 6 and our return output should be 36. You can see in the output. Okay, so it was a cool and very easy function, POW. You can use and you can develop any program using this small function. And we have another function which is which is round function. Okay, so a round function which gives the round value of anything which is stored in the parenthesis. So I'm going to write down 6.4 here, and round function will give us the round value. It means it will return only 6 because it will not count after the 0.4. You can see in the output that our output is 6. It is near to 6, that's why it is giving us 6. If we type 6.6, it will give us output 7. So we have learned about the power function, we have learned about the round function also. So third function will be, it is a square root function. Actually, when you have the number in the parenthesis, it will return the square root. Right now I will receive a error because I have done a mistake, which is I did willingly. Actually, I want to give you some information about the math file. So we are going to use a math library in our this Python program. So we are going to import math library and all the other crazy stuffs and all the functions which is stored in the math. So I am using from math import asterisk. It means whatever is stored in the math library will be imported in this program. So now sqrt, which is stored in the math library in the Python somewhere, is now will work in this program. So now sqrt64 will work. Now I'm going to play this and you will see the result. So the square root of 64 is 8. So this is the all about the square root function, and I'm going to use another fourth function which is very helpful for our Python learning. So I'm going to just remove the sqrt, and in place of this I will use floor. Okay, in the floor you have to give only one value. You can give 64 point something something something. I'm giving a 64.6 and it will return, you can see in the output, it will return 64. So you can see floor function certainly remove the value which is after the point, which is after the decimal. Okay, so it is just certainly give us the fixed 64 value. I have the almost opposite function like floor. So I'm going to just remove this floor from here, and I will use the always opposite function of floor, which is ceil, ceil, and then value in the parenthesis. So I will run this program. You can see we have now successfully printed 65. Okay, it is now counting that after the 64 there is a point which is a decimal. Okay, after point it is just thinking that it is 65. Means when you use ceil function, whatever is after the point, it will give 1 plus in the value. So it was 64, but there is 0.1, so it will give us the result which is 65. So it is very easy to use these functions in your program. So we have learned about four functions in our program. I'm going to write them here also, so you can learn after this program, and you will, whatever time you get to revise them, so you can come on this program and you will play this video and you can easily find these functions. So hashtag round we have learned, POW, power we have learned floor and ceil also. So right now I'm going to use some more simple methods, which is max. I'm going to just declare 1, 2, maybe 3. Okay, I'm just giving 3 arguments in the parentheses. Okay, right now I'm going to use a function which is max, and 3 arguments are 64, 55 and 88. Right now we will get in our output which is 88, because out of these all three arguments, our maximum value is 88. So you can see that in our output the 88 is successfully printed. After this max function, I will use the always opposite method, which is minimum. So I will use the short form of min, and you can see 64, 55 and 88. There is 55, which is the minimum value in between these arguments. So you can see in the output that 55 has been printed successfully. So now we have learned a round function, POW power function, floor function, ceil function, and I will write down max function here, and the last one was minimum function. So we have in today's lesson we have learned about the math file. You can actually use tons of library files in your Python program. There are thousands of functions in the library files. You can import them, you can use them, you can Google them to find many libraries. I'm going to run this. You can see that num variable is worthless for right now. So that's all for today. If you want to learn more, please give a thumbs up, and if you want to watch more videos, please subscribe our channel. Thank you.